here we go. We are live in game number 1 on Road to Einheim. And let's see if the Allies will be able to liberate the Netherlands or if the Axis will be able to keep control over the Netherlands with their old divisions. And we have Team Copenhagen as Axis. We have Inka Una as Ostheer. We have Relica as OKW. We have Spaghetti as Ostheer as well, and we have Thomas, or also known as Tommy, as OKW. Tommy already picking Breakthrough, and Inka Una going for Fortified Armor. On the other side, we have Chrono Walker as USF, immediately going for Airborne. We have CSI Stalingrad as Soviets. We have Nix as Brits, and we have 3CHO as USF, going for Airborne as well. We have a Mortar and Pathfinder opening there. Same thing on the other side, so it looks like they will do the same build order. We have a Maxim opening from Stalingrad. Maxim spam still a thing. It looks like it in 4 vs 4. Meanwhile, we have a standard Brit MG UC opening. Meanwhile, we have a standard OKW opening from each player. We have Spaghetti going right away for a sniper as a second unit, and Inka as well. It will be an interesting matchup to see how the 1 vs 1 and 2 vs 2 player will perform against the 4 vs 4 players. And keep in mind, guys, it's a 4 vs 4 game, so we won't be able to catch every wipe. We'll be more focusing on the macro strategy and such thing. Of course, we will try to catch the important unit wiped, like sniper kills, but we won't be able to get all of them. First engagement is already going on. We have Relica trying to get some pushes done. We have Camo, Pathfinder sitting there. We have, interestingly, the infantry sections inside of the UC, so he's able to decap the field without getting suppressed. That's a neat little thing there. But you can already see how much damage MG42 does against the UC. Sniper as well on the field, but keep in mind, Pathfinder's in Camo, and since the last patch they have a little bit of bonus damage against snipers. Still not the most sufficient counter if you would like to have, but still better than nothing. Double Pathfinder on the field, ambulance on the way for the forward reinforcements, so the allies are playing pretty much standard. The other side will probably mirror this build as well, just with a Maxim Spammer as a frontline unit, frontliner. By the way, during the game 2, probably Sidewinder will join us as a co-caster, the boy with this wonderful and sexy voice, so be hyped for that. And yeah, let's see, so far nothing unusual is happening, I would say. Map control is slightly in favor of allies, since for double fuel, but it's still pretty even, I would say. Just fuel control was just shifting at the moment into allies' favor, but that doesn't mean anything. That can change any time. Raketten shoots at the UC, that's nice to see. Middle is... nobody really cares about the middle, there's just a reactor with 2 models capping. At the moment, both teams are completely focusing their resources to the flanks. Sniper a little bit on his own, no real unit spotting for it. But we have Inka preparing for a flank, MG42 getting smoked. Meanwhile, Tommy is getting no control over the VP, but fuel is still in firm grips of the allies. With the ambulance on the field, it will be really hard to dislocate those Maxims. Sniper has to do a hell of the work there. Panzer Fusiliers without any weapon upgrades are really weak against that amount of MGs. Mortar though was already on the field. Veterancy 1 already with 3 kills. First veterancy unit on this side, actually, yes. The Mortar's doing some nice damage there, keeping their health low and also keeping the units in combat, so the heal bonus from the ambulance is not applying. And the Sniper's able to pick up models from behind. The Stan MG is covering there as well. Maybe a Med Bunker behind that to reinforce and seal your squads up. Playing the forward reinforcement game on either side. we have this guy on the field now being used as an to the repeats against MG42, but MG42 would easily reposition there. Meanwhile, the Axis now pushing really aggressively towards the flank on the left-hand flank, getting control over the viewpoint, destroying maybe the MG. That would be a huge pickup. Nope, gets picked up again. Inca Grenadier has to go home. Is really low on HP there, and here we go. But MG was set up, and overall decent positioning, I would say. Sniper getting some nice kills in there. Will be a slow pushback, but the lack of forward reinforcement from the outside player would actually make sense in my opinion. The 2-2 on the way from Inker. Not sure, like the 2-2 has so much potential, but it surely will be a problem there. With so many AT guns, now we're seeing the strength of Airborne Company, 50 kills getting airdropped. And with the forward ambulance, they are getting combat ready right away, so it makes it even harder to break in, or even break through. But we have 2 tier 2s up, and tier 2 means we were going to see probably Stuttgart to Fuß as the first unit, and Tommy lost already a Stern Pioneer there. That's a huge loss, replacing it right away. And overall, it's not looking great. Mortar gets even decrewed from... Give me a second. Who is on the side again? Spaggett. Heavy losses there. I think he also lost the Grenadier. Overall, huge breakthrough from Chrono Walker and CSI Stalingrad. Now pushing deeper into the enemy territory to the 2 already on the field, though also for Spaggett.
Half-tracks can lay regal anti-tank mines.
Mines are coming down from Nyx. That's nice to see. Double fuel again under control. And Axis will have a hard time without any fuel control. It's always really hard to play. Raketen pushing forward against the flak half track.
Good to go. HMG crew is ready. Waiting orders.
Stuka is still a little bit off for Tommy, but once Stuka's on the field, Maxims will be really vulnerable to those barrages, and that might cause some issues. But I think the main target for the Axis at the moment is to get rid of the ambulances, or at least try to mirror those strategies with bunkers. I think that was the misplay. Yeah, now they're going up for a hill bunker as well over this side. Heal coming down from Inker. But they should have done it way earlier over here. Now it's in a really bad spot.
Emergency medical station.
COPEHAVEN gets picked off, and more support weapons coming in. Double rifle nade, getting the Maxim. That's a nice pickup. Double mortar, by the way. One is stolen. We have Commando Glider coming in, which means we have Commando Regiment being picked by Nyx. But the Commander is now on top of the Sniper, but Sniper retreats. But Grenadiers in a bad spot, they're retreating as well. Are we going to see a retreat nade? Here we go. Nope, got cancelled. Ah, no, it's on the way. Ooh, that might hurt. Nope, not that bad. Only one model get picked off. Stuka now finally on the field for both OKLW players. And that's a chance to push back. It depends now really on the next upcoming barrages. Inkona replacing the lost Grenadier there. Bunker gets destroyed. 150 manpower and 60 ammo down the drain for nothing. Oh, Stuka not shift clicking back into the base. Oh, it's not even firing. Oh, it's really dangerous. The Pathfinder already spotted it, but Stuka's now running. AT gun is pushing. Oh, I will adjust that. Give me a second. It's blocking veteran C. No, it should be better. Thanks you, Pelly, for pointing out. Here we go, Stuka will hit hard. AT gun gets decrewed, but gets recruited right away. But it's already 7 kills already, close to Veteran C1. And Veteran C is definitely needed in the long run. 2-2 will go down to the flak half crack and 50 cal with armor piercing shells. And as you can see, the barrage of the Stuka really gave Axis a chance to push since they were forced to fall back. But are they now able to capitalize on it? The first Scott is on the way. Flame normal nade goes off, Pathfinder gets picked off, 50k will go down, definitely if Ambulance gets picked off. That's a huge and important pickup, but we have a T-34 already on the field, minute 11. Second rocket on the way from Tommy, Axis now near to tanks. This guy's setting up, but being able to pick up the ambulance will help out so much. Ambulance get rebuilt right away. Meanwhile, X on the other side struggles a lot to get some damage done. We have more Stuka barrages coming in. Should target the support teams and not the moving target. 2 kills halfway through to Veteran C1 as well. Obviously not performing as good as the Stuka from Tommy. But some damage is getting done, so it's not the end of the world. We have a Reeking Overplate coming in from Chrono Walker. But it looks like it, our Axis on the right hand side have allies rather have shifted towards more to the middle and gave Axis time to keep the fuel. Let's see if they will be able to keep it. Since there are already a few tanks on the field, second rocket on the way from Relica as well. Stuka getting some nice damage done, decrewing both mortars. Should be no Veteran C1. Nope. Oh, that's really annoying. 1 kill missing for Veteran C1 for the faster reload speed. I think, or is it just the incendiary rocket? Not sure. We have, meanwhile, Reeking Overflay from starting right on the way. MG42 not shooting, but yeah, here we go. Bot coming in. Second Scott on the way. Katyusha on the field. AT gun gets decrewed. And now we have some tough times coming ahead of us. Spaggett went also for Elephant Commander, so we have the potential of a triple heavy tank destroyer if the Axis made it into the late game, but it's not looking... Oh, nice demo there, picking off 1 squad. Always be careful though. Demos are really, really annoying. We have a Comet already in the field. Yeah, if the Comet hits minute 13, it tells the story how bad fuel control was from Axis. Axis not even taking up yet. I highly doubt we are going to see any tier 3s being built from the Austria players. That will go straight for tier 4 Panthers and will be needed. Maybe a Brombear into the mix to deal with the infantry. But going for P4 would be really risky, especially because there are already a Comet on the field which hard counters the P4 and the abundance of anti-tank guns, which makes it really hard to use the P4 efficiently. We have a Sherman pushing around the corner. Rockets should set up. We have some nice Stuka-ring in the way, but for the first time not getting the wanted damage of only picking 1 model. It's Veteran C1, yes, but it's a little bit disappointing there. And at the moment, with the current state of the game for the Axis, every Stuka barrage needs to hit hard. Stuka barrage from Relica is an option. And the left flank already shifted towards more into the middle. Now the right hand flank has to get the fuel job done. Relica, Stuka getting some nice damage done there. Second Stuka on the way from Relica. At the moment I'm playing Envoys of Copenhagen against PALGAMING, I think, if the name correctly. Spaggett not looking too fresh with 27 pop cap. Tommy now has the Officer on the field. The Officer is a nice tool against MGs, since it can force retreat them. Which also helps against like certain infantry squads if you want to get rid of them. Or if the enemy is using forward reinforcement, force retreating them is always really useful.
M8A1 is on the field.
We have the third Greyhound Scott on the field from Chrono Walker. Let's see what Tommy's plan is. He's saving up his resources. He has 400 manpower on the bank. Overall, his army composition is not looking too shabby. But there are a lot of problems that he needs to solve. We have a paratroop on the field. We have a Recon overplay coming from Stalingrad for the Katyusha. Katyusha's fire already. Oh, the Stuka got 0 kill barrage on his first barrage. That's always a bad sign. We have 3 Katyushas on the field, so the artillery shitfest is surely coming in, and it's definitely not looking that good for the Axis. Oh, the Scots are hitting hard, getting 2 vibes there. Stuk on the way from Baggett, and Stuk is always a bad sign in such a large team game mode, since the Stuk will just get smoked there. We have the Comet going in, picking off 1 Stuker. Was it with the high kill? Oh yes, which was already red 1, or close to red 1. That hurts a lot. Second Stuk on the way from Tommy. It looks like they're trying to force their game back into the game with indirect fire. But I highly doubt there will happen anything. VPs-wise, it's looking relatively even. But the VP count is really misleading. Like the Axis are really behind there. They had no tanks basically on the field, and the Allies just pumping more and more tanks with a 42 fuel income per minute, and barely any manpower getting. They will just spam tanks till they are pop capped. Yeah, here we go. Comet's coming in. Getting some nice damage, and I guess Comet might get picked off from the AT guns. Here we go. Comet gets picked off. It's something. But that might be a dead Stuk. Here we go. Stuk. It's a good trade though. Trading a Stuk against the Comet is normally worth it. Oh, Grenadier gets picked off on retreat from the Katyusha barrage. But in that dire situation, you don't want to lose any units, to be honest. P4 now on the way from Inca. Yeah, and P4, it's just showing the desperation. They need some armor on the field to be able to maintain flank control. But I don't think the P4 will do anything. Yeah, and here we go. Tommy, Relica, and Inca and Spaggett are throwing in the towel. Impressive game 1 from the Axis, from the Allies. The 4v4 players surely showing off their knowledge and skill in the game mode, knowing how to play the game mode. Like, they had a really well